Someone introduced me to the term raw-mogging, and while I'm not really going to say yet what that is, I will say it definitely made me think of the one and only Bentolas. What is raw-mogging? Well, you're just going to have to wait.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls. The World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly. Oh, what's up, swingers? That's the longest whoa I've done yet, I think. From the TB headquarters in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, I am Wooly, and I welcome you to Thralls Balls episode 73. Gershom and Bentolas are both here with me. It's been a minute, y'all. We had a little bit of housekeeping here. We didn't plan to take 2 episodes off, and I'm going to take responsibility here for the poor communication on that. Essentially, I had someone who's on our raid team ask me if the app we use broke, and that told me all I needed to know. Tells me that we're not communicating enough, so we do most of our communication with you guys either on our Discord server or via social media. And this taught me good and solidly that a lot of you aren't connected with us on our socials, which is totally fine. You do what makes you comfortable. So to that end, I'm going to make it a point to be doing announcements like if we for some emergency have no episode or whatever, it's either going to be said on the show, which it's not going to be often that we plan not to have an episode. So it's either going to be on the show as or I'm going to put up like a little quick 30-second announcement to the feed, and then I'll delete it when the next episode comes up. Sound fair? Sound fair. So that said, if you want to connect with us, I had to cough. I might have to edit that later. If you want to connect with us on Discord or any of our social medias, our Discord is thrallsballs.com, and you can just go to that website and it'll zap you right into the server. And we are at thrallsballspod across Twitter, Hive, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, my housekeeping's done. What's up, G&B? How are you guys?
What's up, swingers? Happy New Year. How y'all doing?
I completely forgot to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year, bitches!
Yeah, we're creeping up towards just below freezing now in Chicago. So we got us a good old-fashioned thaw going on. And my sinuses are paying the price for that. But at least it's not like 5 degrees like it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, my fucking cat got out during that, and we didn't know he was out there for like an hour.
Oh, no! Poor baby.
He's fine.
Oh, no, he'll be fine. Well, you didn't speak of him in the past tense, so I was like, okay,
yeah,
good,
no,
he survived.
So this little asshole, okay, so I didn't know that he got out when I took out the garbage. And next thing we know, Shay's home, we gotta go to Walmart or something, and she's like, hey, there's a note on the door. Turns out the neighbor saw him, and rather than try to run at him and scare him and have him run away, she put this little box with a little blanket in it for him, and then left us a note like, hey, your cat was out, because I guess I didn't hear her knocking or something. And so when we see that note, we immediately start looking for him. We're looking all around the fucking neighborhood, and then we get back home, and Shaylene's like, oh, I found him. Was he in the box? No. He had crawled into the overturned garbage can, and it was hanging out with the trash instead.
Oh, God.
Like a rakin'.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, goddamn. Fucking Ralph. That's my cat's name. His name is Ralph.
Did he smell like you wanted to, Ralph, when you smelled him? Did you have to give him a bath? Because that's never good with a cat.
I'm in danger.
No, the garbage can was, the garbage can had been previously emptied because we had just had garbage day the day before, and the wind had knocked it over, and I was feeling too cold to pick it up. Anyway,
Beautiful.
Bent hasn't said a lot. Bent, how are you?
Happy New Year, everyone. I am good. Yeah, it finally got warm here again. It's 70 degrees, so I'm kind of loving life. I know it's like freezing back like where you guys are at, so
Fuck
Suck
Texas,
it.
man. Oh, I just pissed off all of Texas.
It's not like that's a hard thing to do. Yeah, fuck your good weather though.
Yeah,
Anyways.
man. So, what have we been up to in WoW? Let's just go on into that. I guess I'll start here. Been trying to play more. I'm terrible at time management, and being an adult sucks. So I've been getting on when I can. Decided I was gonna level my druid, feral, of course, because I'm feeling very nostalgic for my roots. My druid, as I've mentioned on the show before, is the oldest character on my on my account. He was my very first main back in the day. So
Is that the one that died on the branches that told you so?
The very same.
Oh, nice, beautiful.
And honestly, as much as I love the Horde, I might take him back to Night Elf just to keep him preserved how he was. He's a troll right now. But I've been leveling him, and when I get sick of leveling, excuse me. What's going on with me? I've been doing the Balance of Power quest line from Legion. That's a pain in the ass, I tell you what. So out of that, other than that, my evoker, Jasperon, been taking him into the raid, been getting some gear, haven't quite finished time walking. I still got to finish that up because the weekly is you get a fucking piece of raid gear out of that. That's too good to pass up because gearing is not, unless you're a fucking millionaire and can just buy everything, it's not really very easy to gear at the moment. And if you're just relying on the raid to gear, you're gonna fall behind. So that's me. That's what I've been doing. I'm ready to keep playing, but I don't have the time to. You know what I mean?
I 1,000% know what you mean. I had similar problems between winter break, which I didn't get any of. So the girls were on winter break. This is the first year they've done it for 2 weeks. So the first week their dad was also on vacation. So it was kind of nice. They didn't have to go to like daycare and stuff. They just got to hang out at the house. I still had to work. So even playing it was still the same. It was just trying to get some time in the evening. And then it was also, kind of bookended by like holidays and cooking and gifts and shopping. And it was just kind of messy. But I'm like really just reconnecting with that casual part of me and just feeling so free by the fact that like I don't raid, I don't have any desire to. I appreciate like all the teams that like I have like teams everywhere that I can go like chill with people, and that makes me super super happy. But it also makes me super happy not to have to stress about raid right now. So I've just been doing like just everything that this game has to offer, right? It's still so good. Like this is just the game I want to play. I want to play it like this forever. So I crafted one piece of gear. I crafted crafted. No. I didn't craft my can. No,
the first time you tried to say crafted, you said crapped.
I crapped my first chest. Okay. See, there you go.
Oh my God.
Happy New Year, swingers. I did it. Congratulations. Well, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. No.
All right. We're already on to the pooping on chest. Jesus Christ.
Every expansion has a poop quest. We have a poop chest. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm going to stop. All right. Yeah, just that. Renown, right? Sparks of Ingenuity. I went to the Darkmoon Fair. I did do my time walking. I do my time walking. And did get I think it's like 402, the piece of gear you were mentioning. I want to say it's like 402, or like if you get like one of those epic upgrades, it turns into like 408 or something like that. So I got that. And I actually got a couple upgrades like in the dungeons, but that might be because I'm not really doing like heroics or mythics or anything, so that time walking gear was pretty good for me.
Well, actually, the time walking gear was scaling higher than they intended. I think they've fixed it,
okay,
but it was scaling higher than they meant it to.
Yeah, they fixed it, and it's super
fix it
fast now. It's like 2 seconds to finish one.
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought you meant like the eye level of the gear that was dropping was like too high. Are they gonna scale it back, or are they just gonna keep it?
That was my understanding. Am I wrong?
No. What they were doing was when you go in and they scale your gear down, they were scaling it too much down. So bosses were like a lot harder, and like one boss is like just one-shotting everyone.
Oh,
but
so
they
like,
fixed it, and now the scaling is fixed, and it's just like really easy again.
I'm okay with that. I don't do time walking for a challenge. I do it for nostalgia and or the weekly.
And this one was really I think we've had this conversation like multiple times, but I feel like Draenor is probably my favorite one. And it's funny because Draenor is not my favorite expansion necessarily, but going back into that time walking just feels really, really good. I mean, we went on the Grimrail Depot twice, and I'm like, I just want to live on this train. I don't know, I love that place. Some people hate it, but I love it there. And the Everbloom, love the Everbloom. So I had a good time there.
I've done 1 out of my 5, and I don't even remember what that one was. Oh no, Skyreach. I do not like Skyreach.
I skip it. I'll get the 30-minute debuff. I don't give a fuck about that place. I can't stand that joint. Nope.
So Bent, how about you?
I've been doing good. We raided and we got 7 out of 8 normal down, so we'll probably kill Raz next week and do heroic. I got KSM on my rogue. I'm close to 2200 score.
Ooh.
My monk is up there. He's like 1800 right now. I could probably finish him off today. What else? Oh, so time walking, like, it's so fast right now, and you get so much XP for it. So literally in like 2 hours of gameplay, I got my mage from 60 to 70 doing time walking. So I'm debating whether I want to slam out a bunch of keys on my demon hunter tank or power level on my alts through time walking because it's so fast.
That's what I want to do with some of my alts too. Sorry, I took a break from it after I did it on Gershom. I was like, okay, that's enough. Let me take like today off, but tonight I might jump back into like getting like no Tokus and just a few of my alts up to 70.
You are number 485 for outlaw rogues on your server, Bent.
That's rookie numbers.
I'm looking at fucking Raider.io right now. Unless this is a little out of date. You said you're 220 something. It says 21 something.
Yeah, I'm pushing towards 220. I could get it tonight if I want it, but I already got my 8 keys done, about 15, so I'm gonna work on my monk, I think.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, every time I've been on Thrall and playing my druid, I see the fucking demon hunter speaking up in guild chat. You not prepared? Who the fuck is that? And that's Bentolas. So, you know.
I can't believe I got that name. I cannot believe I got that name from my demon hunter.
Wait, what is his name? You were not prepared?
You not prepared.
You
like
not prepared.
You with the letter U.
Wow, and you actually got that. That's pretty dope.
I almost mained a demon hunter for this expansion. I came pretty close.
I was stoked because I was in a no code offensive earlier this week, and I out damaged a demon hunter, so I thought that was hot. Yeah, I'm getting there.
I don't know if I like that dungeon or not. I can't tell. I literally can't tell.
Actually, I'm not gonna say. I didn't say I finished it. I said I was inside of one because 3 times I was in there and the group disbanded. One time I got kicked and someone whispered me and said, I feel bad, but everyone else is complaining that you don't know the fights. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. I did just jump in here. So I went and I watched a YouTube video, right? Like, we're derailing a little bit, but it's still, so it's no code offensive. So I go and I watch the video and I'm like, everyone's doing the same thing I'm doing. I don't like those tornado things. That's what happened to me the last 2 times was I couldn't land properly out of the tornado because of like whatever, and I ended up landing in like a pack that my dungeon wasn't on and dying to these packs and just dying or either bringing them over and like killing my group. Like, it was just the weirdest thing. I was like, this shouldn't be happening. I honestly was wondering if it was like I was just reacting too slow with the landing or not. I don't know. It was so weird.
But
it happened to me twice.
Difficulty was the dungeon?
It was a fucking normal, bro.
All right,
like,
these people need to get over themselves then. If they can't handle...
yeah, it's like, well, that's like one thing or the other, but I could see if I was someone else looking at me, I'd be like, what is this person doing? And I have no idea if it was like my eyes or my reaction time, or I just couldn't see like where I was going with the tornadoes. Like, I'm not going to start screaming accessibility issue right away, because it's probably just me, but it was kind of weird. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would be annoyed if people were pulling extra packs in the dungeon, but it is normal. They gotta chill.
It was normal. Yeah, I just wanted to do them because I want to finish up Lore Master. I already have the Lore Master title, so at this point, just getting it in each expansion is just for funsies. Like, I have the Lore Master Gershom and the tabard and everything. I got it in BFA finally, but
Nice.
yeah, because I had to go back and do all the. That's another thing. So, like, when in BFA it was not gated by dungeons, and in Legion it was, which is why it took me till BFA to get it, because I had to go back and finish the Legion dungeons that I hadn't wrapped up, and now they're like dungeon gating it again, which is okay for me because I already have the title and the Lore Master's colors. It's fine. But for people who don't, who are thinking that maybe they had a shot to like get it this expansion, now they're going to lock it behind dungeons again. And it's one of the hardest, like weirdest dungeons. Like Nokud Offensive is really, it's weird with those tornadoes and stuff. Am I wrong?
That's why I'm not sure if I like it or not, because I am still like learning routes and shit. I mean, Bent, this is probably still all old news to you after spending however many fucking academy runs to get what you needed. But like, the route in Nokud is like, where the fuck am I going? I'm just following other people on their drakes and hoping I'm going the right way.
That's exactly the problem I ran into. It was like a severe lack of organization.
The cool thing about Nokud is you could take whatever route you want. Really, except for like you can't do the last boss first, but you can do death. Like I most of the groups I do, we kill the lightning guy first because he's a bitch. But you could. I've definitely been in groups where you go kill the dragon guy first.
You know,
we didn't even get that far. These people were such assholes about it.
You know, surprisingly enough, even though it takes like a fucking century to do, I think I like Azure Vaults the most. Probably because I've done it the most, but still.
I think it's a cool dungeon. I think they just need to fix the timer because the timer's super tight. Like you only can like fuck up once. But I also was reading there's a cool new route people are doing where basically you spawn the shards with the dragons that you don't have to, like if you walk over, they spawn the extra mobs. So like on tyrannical weeks when the trash isn't bad, you do that and you kill all those. You get all your percentage before the second boss. You kill the second boss and then you jump down from the platform that you take to get to the second boss. You jump down, kill the third boss, and then go down and kill the fourth boss. So you do basically 3 bosses in a row.
Oh shit! I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Blizzard might try to fix it, but I don't know. It seems like a cool idea.
It's clearly not the intended way to do the dungeon, but anyway, let's move on. Let's teabag somebody. Y'all set to teabag someone? Let's teabag someone.
Let's teabag someone.
I am restless.
Teabag time.
All right, y'all. So for the first time ever, we are teabagging someone who likely has no idea the show even exists. What? Why would we do that? Well, okay. So remember the cold open where I mentioned Raw-Mogging? Yeah, I want to give credit where credit is due, and I also think it would be really funny to tag somebody who's never heard of the show on Twitter to be like, what the fuck? They're talking about, okay, this is weird. Anyway, on Twitter, at Oatmilkdruid said, people who don't transmog their gear at max level, what you doing? How are you just out here raw-mogging these dungeons? And that's where it came from.
That was raw-mogging.
So that's what raw-mogging means, and it made me think of Bent, because he fucking does that. He just doesn't transmog. Wears the fucking clown suit wherever he goes.
He doesn't collect mounts either. You know what I think we should do is, like, for a retroactive Christmas gift, I'm going to go ahead and buy you the transmog mammoth.
I actually just hit 100 mounts, I think.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think I literally... I just got the achievement. I think I got it when I got KSM, and I got that mount. I'm pretty sure I got it.
We should make Bent use the Sprite Darters Mog.
We should. So we're either gonna buy him that or buy him the mammoth so that he could fucking mog. But he wouldn't have any outfits made because you don't mog, right? Like you don't.
I got some sets.
like
I think-
sets that are like from doing like completing raids and stuff.
No, I got like the ones from all the covenants. I got one from doing PvP.
You never like made any by yourself? You never had fun like playing around? Like...
Absolutely not.
He Raw-Moggs it, you know?
He does. Thank you, Oatmilkdruid. This is fantastic
Yes.
conversation.
Thank you, Oatmilkdruid, for bringing the term Raw-Mogging into my life.
So I'm pretty sure like right now my rogue has the necromancer 80 covenant mog you get.
Hey, he's not wearing that. Is anyone wearing that stupid like spaceman helmet from Zemo's? Remember where it had like the one eyeball on it?
That's what
my warrior was wearing.
Your warrior's still wearing that.
Yeah, I haven't played my warrior in a minute. He's actually in Unamas, believe it or not.
That
Is
pissed
he?
off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I moved him over, I was doing PvP at the time, and I just lost interest in doing it PvP. Like it's like I don't mind pugging the PvE stuff, but like pugging PvP.
Wait, he's in Uno Mas?
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
I swear Grandma Slurp mentioned that warrior before, because you were like, remember my warrior? Did he used to be in Classic Company? Or?
No, he was, and I moved him over to Uno Mas, but I don't think I've logged on to him in about 2 years.
Fun fact, Bentolas, the character, the rogue, isn't in Collected Company. He's not even on Thrall. But I am looking at your armory for your rogue right now, and this is... Jesus Christ, speaking of clown suit, he's got the necromancer's shoulders, the necromancer's waist, everything else is a mess. You know what, I'm screenshotting this shit. And then...
There goes your TikTok. You're starting to get that TikTok going.
Honestly, that is going to be the background on TikTok and the Instagram.
That'll be our first Instagram post.
Seriously. Speaking
of Pod, all over the internet, guys.
Hell yeah. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Hive. Although, I don't know how long we're going to hang on to the Hive, because we'll see if it really keeps chugging along.
Did you guys hear that Elon Musk put out a public survey on Twitter? I did not see this because I'm barely on it anymore, but apparently he like asked people, should he resign or give up what he's doing? And like so it was on NPR. They didn't give an exact percentage, but they said an overwhelming amount of voting was in favor to like oust him. Like nobody wants him there. But
and
then it's like nothing's happened. So
and then he later said he did that to see how many people were bots. But he did also say they're trying to find somebody to take over the job and he'd do something else. He's a dick, but also I wouldn't want to do that job. That sounds awful. You're just having to make all the choices, and he's making all the wrong ones. Anyway, this isn't a Twitter podcast. So we're still on the Teabag Time. So basically, I want to point out, we usually use this section for things like show feedback and reviews, but it felt like Oatmilkdruid's Raw-Mogging comment would fit here, so I said it. That said, if you have any feedback for the show, please feel free to hit us up at any of the socials we mentioned, at ThrallsBallsPod. You can email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can go to Discord by going to thrallsballs.com, or apparently in the notes I wrote alternatively instead of alternatively. You could leave us a review in our shows section in the podcast directory at bonusroll.gg. Been a while since we've seen one there. Shall we do the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any dumb shit that may befall you as a result of your own dumb shit decisions. So, this drink series is all about bringing in-game drinks to life. And we've done a few so far, and I have been really bad about keeping track of which ones we've done, because I feel like we're going to get to the point where we're like, have we done that one already? Anyway, this week Gershom is up, and she has the ancient Firewine. We want to point out she's not drinking it today, and that's fine. We just want to guess what's in it. I don't have any guesses. Bent, I'll come up with a guess while you're thinking of one. But Bent, what do you guess?
I'm gonna go with Fireball, champagne or rosé, and cinnamon.
Okay, I was thinking along the same lines. I'm also going Fireball, but I'd mix it with... See, it says Firewine, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's wine in it. But that said, I'm going to say Fireball and make a really fucked up decision here and say Riesling just to add a little sweetness to it. And some red Gatorade because I'm not a cop.
Oh man, you guys, I feel like I scooted away in this really weird way. Like you were gonna know and be correct and guess that it was a... Wait, are you ready for me to say? Yeah,
Yes, we are.
Say. Okay. I actually made like mulled wine, like traditional mulled wine, except in my boozy Northern European based genetically family, we would add bourbon to the mulled wine. So it's basically however you want to make your mulled red wine, which is red wine, kind of winter spices, cinnamon cloves, nutmeg, orange zest. It's just kind of like how you want to do it. It's like your basic mulled wine recipe. You can add raisins. You can add, like, some people add like almonds or little pieces of like gingers or like crystallized gingers, stuff like that. Anything that's kind of like warm. But then my family would pour an additional 2 cups of whiskey into that pot. And that's what the ancient Firewine was, which is why I'm not drinking it today, because that was a hell of a Christmas Eve. Yep.
Damn.
It was delicious. It was delicious, though.
So what I've written then, and tell me if this is good enough that people can recreate it, because I've never had a mulled wine. I've written red wine, winter spices, and cinnamon, and in parentheses I just wrote mulled wine, so people who are smarter than me will just know what to do. And
you
then,
can just look it up on Google. And it's easy to make, but I think that's good.
And I also put additional shot of bourbon.
Yep,
Damn.
like in the cup. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So would you say that when you went to drink it on Christmas Eve, you would have or maybe did say over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole?
I was at my mother-in-law's, so I had to say it like super quiet, but I was like, over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole.
That's what it feels like to chew 5 gum.
I love it.
Oh my god. So yeah, that then is the ancient Firewine. I kind of, okay, I want to get ahead of something here. A lot of the in-game drinks imply that it's some kind of beer or wine. I feel like we should be able to pick a drink like that if it implies that, not necessarily go that route.
I agree with you. I was working on something else. I just decided to make the mulled wine for Christmas Eve. So,
right. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, I understand what you mean though. Like, cause it is like very heavy on like the wine and the brew type things. But yeah, you could just make whatever, I think, right?
Right. Like, for example, if you took the Arc wine from Legion, it doesn't have to have wine in it. It's just a name. Okay. So that was Gershom this week with the Ancient Firewine. I'm up next week, and I'm pretty excited for this. I'm making the fucking Kungaloosh. Hell yeah, that's from Wrath of the Lich King, motherfuckers. If you don't remember that, or if you just plain weren't playing, or if you just didn't do that quest, in Sholazar Basin, you are helping this dwarf throw a bunch of fruit in a still, and that's a quest. And then you make Kungaloosh. So that's going to be the drink next week, and I'm pretty fucking excited for it. So I may or may not have just given you a bit of a hint of what it is, but it's going to be fruity and alcoholic-y, and it's going to be awesome. Let's move on here. I'm actually going to pause the music, the background music. as we go to WoW News, because as it's been a couple weeks, it's really tough to pinpoint where to pick the news back up. So instead, we're just going to report on one thing here, and out of respect for this story, we're not going to play the news bumper, and I'm not going to play the background. This is because film and voice actor Earl Boen has died at the age of 81, and you might not know that name, but you'll know the voice, I'm pretty sure. He had a very long career, notable as Dr. Silberman in the Terminator movies, but we would recognize his voice from World of Warcraft, as he provided the original narrations to the game as you first log into a new character. It was his voice that would give us the backstory of the people that that character belonged to. So say you were playing a Forsaken, he would be talking about where the Forsaken came from in that little intro cinematic that we probably all skip. But he was also the voice of Magtheridon in Burning Crusade and in Legion. Heckin the Wise in Cataclysm. Could not possibly place that character if you asked me to. And, of course, he was King Tyrannus Menethil II in Wrath of the Lich King. No king rules forever, my son, is a line I think we would all recognize, and that was Mr. Bowen's voice. So here's to you, Earl Boen. May your memory live forever.
Didn't he also do, like, you know that when you make a new character and you get that opening scene of the starting area? I think he did the voice for that too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was bad
the
about
flyovers.
I wasn't great at explaining that. You found a better way to explain that? But I don't know, like, I guess 81 isn't a very young age to die, but it feels young, you know?
I had an interesting thought though. I was sharing it with Jesus, but like I don't think he fully grasped what I was saying. But I was thinking, okay, he's 81 or was 81 like now, right? And the game is 18 years old, which means when he recorded those voice lines, he was still like, what, 62? And had such a powerful voice and such a commanding presence, like, you know, in the audio. Like I could only imagine like on the stage, like what sort of voice or like presence he might have been or in real life, you know. And that's a lot. Like, I'm definitely giving my condolences to like any family he had or anything like that, because those opening those flyovers, those cinematics, or those mini cinematics, I don't even know what to call them, but you said a lot of people skip them. I never skip them. It's like a tradition in my family. I taught Abby not to skip them. I was like, you watch those every time. I don't know why. They're just so good. And it's just part of the experience. You sit down like a troll. You make a troll and you like fly over that talks about like Vol'jin and stuff. And then you're there in the sand. You have to watch the whole thing. But I think Mr. Bowen's voice probably was the magic of that. You just wanted to hear it and experience it, you know? What a huge legacy for Warcraft. And yeah, condolences to the family. That's terrible.
Now,
I mean, it happens, but
I don't want to. We're coming from this from World of Warcraft. I don't want to be reductionist and just say, "Oh, a WoW icon has died." No, he had a very, very wide career. He voice acted in other games. He film acted a lot. He did stage acting. He was a big presence, you know. And I would like to include just a couple seconds, a couple moments of silence for him, and then we'll continue with the show. All right, so we're going to move on now to the question of the week. So here we go.
Question of the week.
Okay, so a silly bumper. We probably shouldn't have played the bumper, but it's fine. We are here in question of the week, and last episode, Bentolas wanted to know what everyone's favorite fight in the raid is, or rather what they think is the coolest, best designed, what you all enjoy the most, etc. We had the question up for a couple weeks. We pretty much just got Craig's answer, probably because I posted it on Twitter, but I didn't bring enough attention to the fact that the show was taking a couple weeks break, and I didn't really, it's probably not my fault, but I'm taking credit and saying it's my fault, or rather taking blame. So, Bent, it was your question. Do you want to read Craig's answer?
Yep, and Craig says, my favorite is Kira, Grim Totem, but the coolest has to be Senarth. I got a hard disagree with you on Senarth.
Hard disagree. Fuck that spider. Like, I like the concept that the spider is slowly raising up and you have to go up to keep track, but that fucking ice, dude. Fuck that ice.
Amen. I can only imagine what it's like in range character.
Oh, dude, it's like Travis, our other evoker. We're basically the only ones on the raid team who are raiding from the Alliance Guild on Proudmoore. So we kind of use guild chat to bitch about how we're doing shit, or like I meant individually, not the team. We're not talking shit about the team. Like, or to say, hey, which spell's better here? And like every time we get there, we're just like, dude, fuck this fight, fuck this fight, fuck this fight. It's great. And he's had some tips about how to escape that suck in and all that, and like, just damn, fuck Senarth. But since that was all the answers we got from the community, Bent, I want to know what you think.
I would have to say so far I've enjoyed. I thought the Brood Keeper fight was cool. I like the aspect of like there's a lot of personal responsibility in it, like destroying the eggs and whatnot. But it's cool how like I like fights where you split the raid group up, so it's like 2 raids at once. I think Razageth's gonna be a really cool fight. I'd say the fight I probably like the least is probably the council fight. I think like the conducive marks are just, I don't know. I think they need to like do something with them because I feel like they bounce around like when you clear it, it still bounces to people. It's weird. So
yeah, like people are running to the pillars and clearing it, but they're not waiting long enough for it to be fully gone and then bringing it into the group. And it's that I also feel like that room could stand to be a little bigger.
I think the room is fine. It's more like, it's really the tanks that kind of dictate how that fight goes. If the tanks move correctly and whatnot, it's not as bad. But sometimes, tanks can definitely like kind of funnel into the bosses, and the next thing you know, you're stuck in this awkward corner.
You hear that, Kelly? He's calling you out. Oh,
I'm talking just in general, like even in LFR.
Yeah. Like I don't know. My answer is kind of lame, but I just like it because it's the easiest for me to wrap my head around. Taros. I like Taros. Like, I can do my shit. I can take care of my stuff. We turn around, we kill the guy in the ring, and then we get back to it. You jump out of the pizza. I like that fight. I'm going to go ahead and say I have you had me single targeting the boss on Broodkeeper, and so that was... I mean, I'm not going to complain because it's easy mode, but it was, we had a lot of trouble figuring out where the fuck to start that fight from.
Yeah, no, I mean, the route, I thought we would be moving a lot slower. I didn't realize how fast he puts the staff down.
Yeah.
So I thought for sure that we were going to be able to, like, destroy those ads and then, like, he won't be moving. But, like, basically, I thought in the time it would take to move 1 egg set, we moved, like, 4, so...
And it was later in our raid night when we got there, so it's like I was tired for one. I had a hard time wrapping my head around what we were doing, even though I was just single targeting. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Gershom, we can get an answer from you if you'd like, but if you don't know a lot of them.
I do not have a hat in this ring at all. It's an absolute pleasure to hear you guys go on for once, though.
So then your favorite boss from the raid is Hogger. Okay.
Yeah, I love me some Hogger.
We need a fucking Gnoll raid. We've never in the history of this game had a Gnoll raid. We've had plenty of Gnoll dungeons. We need a Gnoll raid. Who agrees?
Maybe if we don't get that decay out of the Azure span, then they'll get smart enough and they'll actually make a break. Hey, that fucking island that you have to go to is kind of like a null raid. Do you remember that shit? What is a fucking side quest over there? Oh my god, I'm tripping.
In Lordaeron?
No,
Silverpine?
in Dragonflight, in Azure Span, there's this side quest you have to do where there's like this mage stuck in the middle of the lake, because that's where he like ran to escape from the gnolls who don't like to swim. But like the stuff he has you do, it's like this complete like city, like island city of like gnolls.
I have not done that.
I'll have to look it up. I'll let you know what it is. Sorry. Forgive me, folks.
There's nothing to forgive. So, I have taken to asking these questions in either raid general chat or trade chat because it's funny to see, or sometimes insightful to see. I know, weird word to use for general or trade chat. But I went and asked raid general chat while we were in raid a couple weeks ago before we officially started Prague. And I'm Jasperon, the fucking Drakthir Evoker, going in raid general. Hey, /1, what's your favorite boss in here? Valandria says, your mother. What the fuck I can't see says, your mother. Rexy says, your mother. Sox says, your mother. Cantor says, the 19 others you bring with you. Castracalis says, your mother. Jasperon says, my mother. Renolith says, your mom. And Valoon says, anal purge. So that's an experiment I tried that went exactly how I thought it would.
I really love that somebody tried to jump in at the last minute with the anal jokes. It probably went on for a good few hours after that, I'm sure.
I don't remember exactly. I just got my screenshot and went perfect. So
yeah, it's exactly what you would expect.
They started answering like that, so I'm just like, fuck it. And I said, my mother. I love my mother. She is not a raid boss. Yeah, so we have a new question to put to the masses, and this is, I don't know if we've asked this before, but it's a fun thought. So, if you woke up tomorrow to discover you were actually physically in Azeroth, what is the first thing you would do? It also might be helpful to say, like, which people you're waking up as. Let's say you're waking up as your main character. Like, if I woke up and I was Jasperon, the Drakthir Evoker, what would I do? You can answer that question on Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. You can answer that question across Twitter, Instagram, Hive, or TikTok at thrallsballspod, or you can answer in email, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. All right, so I don't have a bumper for anything like this, but you guys had said something about quizzing me so that I could potentially be the first head of the class and eater of ass. Before the show, we were talking about it. Bent, you said you had 10 questions. Did you want us both to answer them, or are you just putting me on the spot here because I haven't been the one to answer them?
You both can answer.
I
mean, you don't have to.
I mean, it's fine. Do you want us to like text them or Discord them to you like we usually do, or do you want to just shout them out?
Yeah,
Discord's better, right?
Just message me, yeah.
Okay.
Daddy pudding.
I had to do it.
Daddy pudding.
Okay, so I'm getting Bentolas's DM up here.
Wait,
oh, fuck.
Is it DM or you just want to put it in host chat?
Well, if we put it in host chat, we'll both see it and be able to see
answers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Bent.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
In OG Tour of Salgray, like in Classic, there is a place called the Scarlet Monastery. And it was broken up into a group of dungeons. How many dungeons were there in total?
I miswrote. It's definitely the one with the stars on it that I put, which I might even be wrong about.
Okay, you both said 4, and you both are correct.
Yay! So what we didn't point out before we started this, to be considered the head of the class and eater of ass, you have to be 80% or higher. So there's 10 questions, right? So one or both of us would have to get 8 out of the 10 correct. So
Do you have some tiebreakers ready in case we tie at some point?
Oh,
Or...
we can go to sudden death.
all
okay.
right. Next question.
So we're going to continue. In WoW Classic, you can have 2 professions, and you also can have on top of that 3 secondary professions. Name 2 of the 3 secondary professions you could have.
All right. I sent it.
You both actually gave the same 2 answers, and you're both correct. It was fishing, cooking, and first aid.
I was gonna add fishing, but I was like, he said 2 of the 3. Okay.
Those first aid quests were so awful back in the day when you used to have to like go and the guys were like on the gurneys and you'd have to bandage them. Oh, it was the worst.
I might have a character or 2 that still has some of those reagents and shit on them. So we are both at 2 out of 10.
The next question. How many times has Il'gynoth appeared in a WoW raid?
I'm not confident about my answer, but there it is.
You are both correct. It is 2.
Sweet. 'Cause he was in Emerald Nightmare, and then
He was in Emerald
Ny'alotha.
Nightmare and then Ny'alotha, yeah. Which I wouldn't know if I hadn't gone back and done the Emerald Nightmare for Lore Master. But yeah, he was in there in that part. I thought he was scarier in Emerald Nightmare, but anyways.
I might have asked this on a previous one to Gershom, but I don't think I did. There is a dungeon called Sunken Temple. What is the name of the green dragon you have to kill?
Oh, fuck. You did ask her that, and I don't remember the name.
Same. Yeah, this is a hard pass. You did ask me this and I don't remember. I'm not even going to try and answer.
You sure you don't want to try and answer? You could.
I have a blind guess in the dark.
Yeah.
Wooly, you were correct. Aranakis.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, you spelled it wrong, but
really?
it's
Oh,
Aranakis.
shit. Oh, man. I knew I forgot it.
That was
What a you.
So that was the 4th question, right?
Yes, so Wooly has 4, and Gershom, you have 3.
Okay. See, he just pulled ahead.
Okay, I'm asking an easy question. I'm going to go to the harder ones I got.
I kind of thought the Sunken
I might
Temple
know
was
the
a-
harder ones.
She might.
What is the name of the goblin village in Dustwallow Marsh?
Oh, I know that. Ding, 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 ding.
Waiting to get Gershom's answer.
I can't remember it. I'm failing. I can't remember it. I go there so many times that I can't remember it.
I'm surprised I did remember it.
You know what? Ever since I stopped farming Onyxia, since I had to stop farming Onyxia, I'm not there all the time.
Well, the answer was Mud Sprocket, so Wooly gets another one. So he's
Oh.
5 for 5.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. He's whooping my ass.
all
I don't
right.
think I've ever won one of these things.
We've only done it once.
Well, we've done trivia, just not head of the class style trivia.
You're 3 steps away from the best name ever.
All right, again, I'm gonna go through my list. I have like a bunch written down. I'm just gonna try to find a more difficult one.
How is Aranicus supposed to be spelled?
Eranikus.
Oh, I was off by 1 letter. I said KOS.
In Wrath of the Lich King, in Ice Crown Citadel, you fight Arthas as the final boss. How many phases does he have?
In the raid boss.
Yes, the raid boss fight.
Let me think here. Does that include the RP intermission?
Includes everything.
I'm guessing, and I think I'm wrong.
You both are correct. It's 4.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 3.
No, I almost did, but when I thought about the RP, I was like, that is part of it. I counted it as part of it before you even asked. So you have the initial where you engage him, and everything comes out of the ground, and you fight your ghosts and stuff, and then he tries to throw you off the ledge, and then you have the RP moment, and then Tyrion kills him. So that's
Get the
4, right?
Fuck out of Defile.
Sorry, I know, right? King Tyrannus Menethil II wants to resurrect you, my son. Ah, rest in peace, man, my dude. Speaking of that shit, man, I'm kind of sad that I have Invincible, just because I know I can go watch it at any point, but that was like, I never skipped that cinematic either. It was so good. I would still cry sometimes if I was in like the right frame of mind, you know?
Tangentially related, but fuck
no
you
king
for being
rules
sad
forever,
about
my
having
son.
Invincible.
I'm sorry.
God
sorry.
damn it.
You have the Halloween mount though. You have your spooky
Goddamn
season
right.
mount. Yeah, I don't have that.
Shit,
Forever.
I lost track. What's the... Okay, that's 1 answer, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 6.
Correct. And Gershom has 4.
Boom.
So the next question is, how many major content patch releases were there associated with the Burning Crusade expansion?
Oh, fuck. Shit. I have no fucking clue.
You were both incorrect, but Willie, you were a lot closer than Gershom. The answer is 4.
4. Okay, I said
Maybe
5.
Classic might have had 12. That was back in the day when it was a new patch like every 2 weeks. It was not like the way it is now at all.
So Christopher Metzen is known for being, like the godfather of writing the story and whatnot. However, he also provided voiceover services to characters in the game. How many characters did he provide voiceover to so far?
I think I'm guessing way too low.
Willie's correct too.
Oh.
I said 1 and then I said 2.
Because like Thrall and Deathwing, but I was sure there'd be more.
Yeah. I remember Deathwing at the last minute. At first I was like, oh, 1 Thrall, that's it. But
I'm 1 question away from being the head of the class and eater of ass.
we always knew you'd be better at these games.
It's luck. So you've asked, what, 8 questions now?
Yep, I'm just looking for 2 good ones.
The song is jamming, dude.
It really is. And we can cover the silence by grooving to the music. It's like some podcasts, they'll have like a big blank silent moment, and it's like, did my app freeze? We have our background music, so it didn't freeze. We're just taking a second.
You can bust a move at work too. Or
Yeah.
on the train or whatever.
Or bust a movement at work and get fired. I'm talking about poop.
That's the 3rd time we've mentioned poop on our New Year's inauguration episode.
Seems a little low.
Yeah, it's like the low-hanging fruit. No one's made a joke about balls yet.
Testicles. All right, Ben, you got more questions?
I do.
All right, let's do this.
So in Axaramus, there is a raid encounter with a boss called the 4 Horsemen. Name 3 of the 4 Horsemen.
Oh, shit. Original Nax or Wrath Nax? Wait, are they the same?
I believe they're the same.
They might not be the same, because the one I'm thinking of... Never mind. Fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Thane Korthas, Lady Blomix, Baron Rivendare, and Sir Zeliek.
Oh, the original. Wow, yeah. No, I didn't get any of those right.
Wasn't Alexandros Mograine one in the original Nax and like vanilla Nax?
No, I believe he comes one as part of the Death Knight one.
All the all the 4 horsemen I named are like current Death Knights. Like I said, Darian Mograine, Sally Whitemane, and Nazgrim. I just knew that wasn't correct.
I mean, they're
like
the horsemen now.
Yeah. No, I was like, nope.
No, but I'm pretty sure Alexandros Mograine was not one in Wrath because he shows up in as like a memory ghost thing in the Death Knight starting zone. Either way, none of my other 3 definitely were because I couldn't think of any others, so I said Mo, Larry, and Curly.
That's better than mine.
That's the 3 Stooges.
Mine was sillier, but yours is better.
So that's 9 questions you've asked.
Wait, how many do you have? Oh, you have...
We gotta stop at 10 questions.
How many do you have, though? How far away are you?
I have to get 1 more right.
Make it a good one.
Which elemental lord is represented by water?
Oh, wait, I think I know this. Watch me be wrong. Oh, I put exclamation points, but I don't know.
You are both correct in the tool on his.
Yes! I am the head of the class and the eater of ass. Present thine heinies! No? Okay.
Can I take a rain check?
I just heard what the fuck from the other room.
Shay. I don't think it was your cat. Maybe though.
I hope
Shay
not.
is going to be sleeping face up the rest of the next couple of weeks.
Right, she'll be like tied to the bed, like, no, this is how I normally sleep. Don't worry.
Tied to the
No, like she tied herself down so that you couldn't get her.
I know.
Oh,
So-
I know.
Oh my god. Well, I guess I am head of the class and eater of ass. I don't know what this means for my future. If I'll stay with Golden State or what. No, I'm joking.
So we finally have a winner.
Finally.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, congratulations. The man who invented the fucking moniker gets the title. Of course.
Sweet. I'll have to come up with questions for you guys for next week to see if it can pass along or if I have to uphold the belt. It's a very stinky belt, but it's a belt.
That's gnarly, dude.
All right, well,
God.
that brings us to a point where we are just about done with the show. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
Yeah, the first thing I have to do after hanging up is pee. And if you want to find out the first thing that I do when I wake up in Azeroth, you all should listen next week. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my final thought is please answer our question. I don't want to feel like I'm giving everybody homework or anything like that. It's certainly not Gershom's homework to shit her pants, but we would love to hear from you guys answering the question. And you can do that on social media or Discord. Ben, to your final thought?
Raw-Mogging me in the ass, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's
all
gonna
right.
be better this time.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. Oh, I closed my soundboard. So, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. You can go ahead and follow us in all the places. On Twitter, us individually, we individually are at Wooly08, at Hunter Gershom, Gershom, at Bentolas_outlaw, BENTOLAS. On Twitter, Hive, Instagram, and TikTok, we are at ThrallsBallsPod. You can email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can leave a review on our show's area found in the podcast directory on bonusroll.gg. Or you can join Discord and have some fun with us by going to thrallsballs.com. So until next time, y'all, bye. We love you. Be heckin' good.
Bye, swingers.
Bye, Swingers.